what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. Me and Maggie Lee, we're back with another video. And, I hope everybody good. I hope everybody doing well. I've been feeling some interesting energies in the air. You know what's on the masculine's mind. And it's a lot that's going on right now in terms of bringing this together, and I feel like the connection is becoming more serious for them, where they're starting to realize that they really do love you. And if they're in any kind of marriage, or you're in a marriage, they're really having some heavy thoughts coming through right now. And Mega's totally blocking the cards here, but we have the Seven of Swords here, and the Seven of Swords does represent hidden truths a little bit, the darker sides could be betrayal, deceit, and I think that these are specifically karmic influences that are happening, and it happens for all of us because that's really what we came here to learn and really see through. And there's many of us who are in relationships where we have families, but it's not always the best circumstances, right? And I think sometimes the main message that a lot of us get is that the twin flame journey lets us live out the best versions of our lives, and that includes our romantic connections, like love. And many of us want someone to love. We were born to do that. We came here to earth to do that and feel that. That's why love is such an apparent theme here. The masculines are thinking about that. They want to connect with the feminine so badly, but they're thinking right now about the fact that they have a connection with a karmic situation, and that's the reality of things in their eyes. But when the seven comes up, the seven itself talks about confidence, and the seven energy talks about conviction and having faith in something. And I feel like he's being asked to have faith in himself a little bit, because it's even though you're wrapped up in these life circumstances that can seem extremely real and that you have put a lot into it, I think that for him it's almost I have this card here as well, that things are not as they appear. Sometimes we work so hard for something and it still is not fulfilling. It still doesn't make us happy. And the masculines are finding themselves more and more going along with their 3D lives, and it seems like a circus at this point when they compare the connection that they have to the feminine. They see a life with the feminine, and if you notice how she's looking off at the tulips, the flowers, they see a life of passion with her, with the color itself red. And then the tulip for me represents the white picket fence home, as cheesy and corny as it sounds. They really do see this aspect of life as a fairy tale. And for many people who kind of feel disconnected from themselves a little bit, they have shied away a lot from doing inner work because it's just uncomfortable as hell when deep feelings come up. It's hard for people to imagine realities where hang on guys, let me, Meg is just tickling me here, and she's also trying to get closer to my plants in the background. Have a seat, my darling, if you want to have a seat here. Good girl. Good girl. You cute and sweet. Yeah, guys, so, what I think is going on for them right now is, like I said, they are kind of having to come to terms with it. Doesn't always feel right to imagine a life where it's a happy home. It feels uncomfortable. It feels weird. Some of us aren't used to that. Some of us didn't grow up with that. And then here comes the feminine, this warm, beautiful butterfly, or a fairy. But you guys are weird. You're nerdy. You're unusual. You're magical. There's information that you talk about sometimes, and it's channeling, and you're not even aware of it sometimes, and you kind of stun the masculines because you're causing them to remember themselves as well, and it just feels good. But at the same time, I think with the Strength card, it feels really uncomfortable for the both of you to take this leap of faith, to take this risk with one another, because it's taboo, it's unorthodox. You feel like you'll get in trouble, even though some of you are grown men and women. But I speaking from like experience, you know, let me just hold the card up so you guys can see. I'm sorry, I'm shying away from doing it because my nails are a little bit dirty because I was doing some gardening. But you know, the strength card kind of like tells me that at the end of the day, like, you guys have been through so much together on this journey. Like, the truth that you feel for each other, it is what it is. And it's like you're constantly convincing yourself whether to let this go, whether to move forward, whether to be honest. And the best advice I can give you guys is to be honest and have integrity and faith in yourself that you are empowered enough to change your path at any given time. You don't need permission from your spouse, you don't need permission from your children. You will be the best version of yourself with your team behind you when you choose to live authentically. There's a lot of you who are in situations where you're just afraid to financially break free, emotionally break free, and I feel like it comes from a place of fear. But when we learn about ourselves, we start realizing we came here with a lot of divine protection. I'll start sharing videos on numerology with you guys to let you know more about your life path numbers. I know a lot of you already study your horoscopes and you know that you have certain traits and qualities within you that you can persevere like nobody else can. And you guys are equipped here with special powers, and I want you to remember that a little bit with the strength card coming up, because the warthog here, or the boar, represents to me the outside world, you know, the programming, the society, everything that we've experienced thus far. And then the woman on top represents remembering who we really are on a soul level, and that we've come here to really be manifestors and creators of our own life experiences. You're not going to be punished for following through on what you think is right or true. You're going to be the best mom, you're going to be the best dad, you're going to be the best entrepreneur, you're going to be the best version of yourself possible when you live authentic to who you are. So I send this message for all of you to let you know that there's stuff going on with the masculines right now, and they're going through a lot in terms of how they feel for you. They love the feminines, and the feminines love the masculines. And I think that the heavy energy in the air is like feeling like your backs are up against the wall a little bit. And like that energy of like being little kids, like you're going to get in trouble. You've got this secret love affair going on. You're scared of, you know, everything that could go wrong. When the universe is sending you a clear message that you're manifestors and creators. Don't forget that you have the power to shift your path at any given time, and you're protected. All right, I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll keep you guys updated in the community board as well, with just different stuff that I've been thinking of and working on to help uplift the collective as much as I can, especially the divine feminines who are kind of, you know, just feeling this heavy energy of having to pull through for their masculines at the same time. But yeah, I'll catch you guys again soon, okay? Love from Mega also.